Today is the day. We're going to pick up the aircraft and the helicopter, the Cessna 150. So I've come all the way down from Kampot to Phnom Penh International Airport. I have a crane in front of me to pick up a tug, and then we'll update you once we're in the airport. We're waiting for the security pass, and then we'll show how we're going with the loading. So giving you a bit of background information on all this, if you can hear me over the top of all the traffic. Phnom Penh is pretty crazy when it comes to traffic. The Aerospatial Alouette 2 helicopter, turbine helicopter, 1963 model, I purchased probably back 5 years ago, and it's sat in a hangar that I've rented in Phnom Penh for possibly 5 years now. And the Cessna 150 the same, about 5 years, sitting in a hangar that belonged to the Prince. Now the Prince, bless his soul, passed away around November last year. So the hangar that my aircraft were in now has to be handed back to the airport authorities. So I have to remove all of it out. This trailer is actually a boat trailer that I've converted temporarily to a flatbed trailer so that I can actually cart the C-150 and the Aerospatial Alouette 2. At the moment we're sitting out the front waiting to get our security passes to enter the airport and to start loading. So I'll update you once we're in there. Okay, so here we are in the hangar. What a mess. Here's the helicopter, here's the 150, here's the blades, which I've got to pack into the box over here. Helicopter covered in bloody 4 or 5 years of dirt. Alright, I'll give you more after I've started getting loaded. I couldn't film it being loaded because I had to help them with it. So, and I'm not much into this camera stuff yet. But here it is, loaded onto a crane truck, heading about 250 kilometres down the road. There we go. One Cessna loaded on my homemade trailer. Helicopter loaded on the crane truck. On the trip back to Kampot, we'll see what eventuates. Catch up with you soon. Okay, so after all that, the aeroplane's off the trailer, ran a hose over it, so put the panels back on so it looks a little better. Helicopter, same again. Washed the hose over it, needs a deep clean, but still, it's all done. I pulled the seat covers off to be washed, but it gives you an idea what she looks like inside now. The seat covers sort of half off. We've got the main rotor and the tail rotor off for transport and for when we last started it. And there's the 150L. There's another pile of junk. A couple of Lycoming engines, IOs, some extra helicopter parts, a turbine engine, blade stands, shitload of aircraft jacks and stands and stairs. Not the ideal place to be having them outside, but it is what it is. There's the tug, there's the wings, underneath that's a Headswell prop sitting on there, there's the wings. None of this should be outside, but no choice. Wings off the 150, the box there holds the rotor blades for the chopper, for the Alouette. There's the tug. The tug, after sitting for 12 bloody years, or maybe even more, Would you believe? A little bit of glow. Amazingly enough, who would have known after all this time? So that's the tow tug, and that flat trailer that you saw me pulling the aircraft on was originally my boat trailer, and it's now back to my boat trailer. I pulled all the flat off it and converted it back to the way it was so it can be used for the boat trailer. Okay, that's where I'm at for now. Alright, let's have a little look at the 150 before I finish off. So, quite a clean little unit. All the bits for putting it back together obviously are on the floor when we took the wings off. It's a 150L, this one. I'll do a walk around the helicopter and get a little bit more. I do need to do a deep clean on this thing after it's been, you know, it's been in the hangar for like 15 years, I think, since it's been flown, and I started it, I think, maybe 3 years ago. That's a video that's on my channel already. Got a bit of an oil leak coming from the hydraulic steering, the hydraulic controls there, coming down off the bottom of one of those, so we've got to address that as well. There's the Turbo Mecha engine, turbine. She's in pretty good nick for something that's 1963. This will give you a look from the other side. Still want to take the seat covers off and run them through the clean cycle. There you go. I'll do another one shortly. I'll do a wander around my yard so you guys can get an idea of just how much crap I have here. Welcome to Gazza's so-called projects. This is a little overview of my yard. There's a tractor I built to be able to be driven in the water for towing boats. I've lifted it up, used the truck axle, chain drive, a hitch that goes up and down for moving boats around. Monster tractor, I suppose you could call it. Alright, moving along. A few boats lying around. Large Thai-made speedboat running 2 fuel-injected 454s with Bravo 3s on the back. And there's another American-made Bayliner 2452 Sierra running a 350 Chev with a Alpha 1 on it. We've got the Alpha 1 off it at the moment, having some repairs done to it. And there's the Bravo 3s on the back of the boat. There's a Nordic parasail boat in need of quite a lot of repair. The engine's seized up. A few jet skis. A few sailing boats. A tug again. My aluminium boat that I'll finish off one day. A few outboards and stuff. Another few more smaller boats. Flying boat. The jet ski. Williams tender. This is a Sea Air, this one, with a Rotex 582 in it. Yeah, a lot of junk here. Needless to say what's in my containers. Getting too old to be doing this. I need to start thinking about getting a smaller footprint. Outside there's a cat, a floating pontoon aluminium catamaran with 4 250 Suzuki's. There's 2 sailboats, a Adam sloop, and a larger one, and my houseboat. So there you go. That's the overview of my yard. A little bit of stuff lying around. Alright, leave it at that. Feel free to ask me any questions that I can't answer. And I'll catch up with you all later.